Tales. Read by Scribbler. Inheritance by Quirky J.
Daddy!
The stallion looked up from the papers on his desk to find a small filly poking her head around the doorway to his study, glittering tiara perched on her head as always.
Daddy, you love me, don't you?
He knew that voice. It was the voice that could almost get away with anything. It wasn't begging. It wasn't pleading. It wasn't dry statement or vainglory. It was that floating question, buoyed by her overflowing self-confidence that all the world was hers. Filthy Rich dropped his pen and pushed himself away from the desk, smiling warmly.
Of course I do, Tia.
And you do anything to make sure that your little princess has everything she needs to succeed in this world?
Ah, his own words used against him.
Of course, my little princess.
The filly was now beside his desk, curled around the corner, arcing forward towards his chair, her eyes large and puppy-like.
Daddy, what is 5 times 3?
Filthy Rich held back a sigh.
Surely my little princess knows such a trivial answer as that,
he said instead. Oh, of course, Daddy, but I'm just quizzing you.
Is that so?
She was against the chair now, nuzzling into his forelegs.
Please, Daddy.
Diamond Tiara, it's important that you do your own homework. It's so you can learn.
But it's boring, Daddy.
I had to learn when I was in school, you know.
Nuh-uh. You're too old to have gone to school.
Filthy Rich chuckled.
Come up here, Tia.
He reached out and pulled his daughter onto the wide chair with him and held her. After a moment, he blew a raspberry into her mane.
Hey, Daddy, stop!
Do you think Silver Spoon or Featherweight have their daddies do their homework?
Diamond Tiara didn't say anything.
What about Twist?
She fidgeted some.
No,
she said at last, drawn out and almost dejected. Almost.
What about Apple Bloom?
That good-for-nothing what? No!
She paused, and he did not interrupt her. Softer, more subdued, she repeated.
No, not her either.
Filthy Rich nuzzled her again, and she gave in to it after a moment.
Look at these papers, Diamond Tiara. Do you know what these are?
No, don't tell me, I can remember. Receipts?
Very good. Do you know what that means?
After a moment of great consideration, she shook her head no.
These papers are where our money comes from, and where it goes.
Filthy Rich watched his daughter carefully, and knew that sparks were flying in her head. She gave very little away, he thought.
I use math to keep track of these numbers and what they mean to you. Addition, subtractions, multiplication, and division. All things that you're learning in school now.
I know what to add and subtract.
I know you do. Surely keeps me well informed of your progress. That, and you stopped asking me to do them for you.
He squeezed her slightly in praise. He felt her smile.
But Daddy...
She pointed accusingly at the desk.
It's just so boring. Why do I have to know these stupid things?
Because, Diamond. Look at me, please.
She did.
Diamond Tiara, one day all of this will be yours. Yours to manage, yours to build up on or to destroy. All of this will be your responsibility.
You mean everything will be mine?
Yours to have and yours to lose. I won't be around forever, right?
The spark in Diamond Tiara's eyes dimmed some.
All of this, all that I've done and am doing now is for you, Tia. I do want to give you everything you need to succeed, and I mean that. In fact, I love you so much that I'm making you do your multiplication tables.
He winked.
Daddy?
Tell you what, I'll go over them with you when you're done.
Really? Really, Daddy?
Everything for my little princess. Not give you the answers, but yes. Now go along. We both have a lot of work to do tonight.
Diamond Tiara gave her daddy an emphatic hug a peck on the cheek, and trotted off back to her room. Filthy Rich watched his daughter go, a wistful smile on his face.